and the current threat has that the authorities and merchants of Illumina that want the adventurers to solve is related to an orc. As usual, Illumina has been attacked many times by orcs, and a head of the orcs has appeared to that issue solved. They do not know exactly the hideout of the orcs, but they know of attacks, and they send the adventurers up to the second outpost to make a check. And there are two groups now in this session. One missions, the other has been given a similar but somewhat different set of instructions. Build of those, and the last session ended with 4 of you in half a day, 4 hours into the south of the outpost. That will lead you past the hill. I think the map is already in the chat, in the in-game chat. If you want me to reload it, just reload it.
Is that the one I pinned the one time? No.
Which chat are we referring to?
In-game chat.
Oh.
So, okay. One,
yeah.
One Lionel.
The general map, yep.
And we were headed to 7, right?
Yeah. Yeah. All the characters here, with the exception of, I guess, Charles, although he might just be jumped in, depending on how that works. Lionel wants to do that.
Yeah. Caradoc was headed to 7. Voltiolo was headed to around to the number 2, to the first outpost. Were summoned to go up until the number 3. But if they find they will just go up until there and go back to Lumina. The issue.
Say it again.
Yeah. Caradoc was going to level to number 7.
Yep.
Voltolio was going to number 2. The instruction was for him to deal with the orcs.
Right.
And the rest was they were to go look through the whole up until number 3. That is the second outpost. If they find a hideout, they should go back. They do not need to go to the second outpost, to the number 3 point.
Okay. But we were planning all to get back together, if I remember correctly. Instead of splitting up.
One of the...
I know we were kind of split up, but I think we did plan on getting back together at the road.
Well, I think we ended the game on the road what's important here is the background is that some people were looking for the Ghostwife halfling, specifically Caradoc being a druid. Then the rest of us who were part of the guild were more interested in assisting the outposts with dealing with the orc problems. However, when we engaged with the orcs and interrogated one of them, there was some implication that the orcs were planning on attacking the druid camp. And so my character's interest was going to the druid camp immediately rather than reporting anything or trying to find the orcs' maiden camp.
That's something I wanted to ask. Do we know for sure if they're going to the hidden druid camp at number 7 or are they going to the druid grove at number 5?
My character doesn't know about the druid grove, probably, unless you wanted me to make a check, Lionel. So my initial assumption was the grove that Caradoc had talked about.
I will say that currently the only one who knows about the number 5, the group in number 5, Caradoc. He now remembers that something was there. Remember where it is hidden, but he knows that with the communication with the druids there, that something is something around that area. It's important.
Well,
he cannot remember the place because he forgot.
Yeah, I do have spell also.
Sorry, say it again.
So it's the place is very protected, and you forget once you leave, for the most part, that it exists. This group that's been there, because of my connections to druidic nature, I know something's there, but I don't know much about it. And I do have a spell. I'm trying to find it that will actually let me portal there directly. There it is, Dreamwell.
The Druid Grove?
The number 5, yeah.
Number 5, yeah.
And
okay, sorry?
No, that's it.
So you murdered the orc, orc.
Yep.
Didn't have any armor at all as a reaction because suggested that your druid friends were being possession, let's say, and certain that there is still a group of orcs looking around, and they are well armored.
Yeah, but it's a dozen to 20 or something like that. 2 dozen.
Dozen, yeah. 20 total around. That's what he saw. That Voltorio saw. 2 groups each.
Yeah.
And let's say that surprisingly, with her tracking skills and because she was restless, Alicia appears where you were. You have been for looking. You stay about 2 days in the outpost. That the group was not ambushed and the outpost was not run through by orcs. Nothing happened. The other adventurers came by the last night. They discuss with you you discussed with them the issue that they decided to move down based on down south based on the assumptions the sergeant in charge of the outpost group. And they easily track them down. So at a point where a group of orcs were murdered, the tracks of your teammates split to the east, and when you finish track them, they were just murdering and tied up orc.
I'm assuming that's Illitha
Yes.
that you're referring to. Okay.
Okay, so she comes upon the murdered orcs, and
It's just one orc. The orc was tied up, and yeah, was it Caradoc who killed the orc? I think it was.
Yeah, I followed Lionel there, and
Last one, yes.
and Elitha, what Elitha will do is she'll check the body to see how many footprints were around it, and if there's anything that was strange, and check the body for if it has anything on it.
So you want to inspect the orcs again, the first group, or the last one? The last one is with your teammates.
Yeah, the last one that's tied up that was murdered.
You check through the pockets of the creature. You find gold coins or pouches, and yeah, that one does not have much on him. Maybe scraps of food.
Okay. She's doing this investigation or inspection or search with the intent of trying to picture in her mind what this orc's intent was. Was he on a long recon? Was he on a short patrol?
Roll.
Yeah.
That will be say it's an intelligence base.
Charles, is Illitha part of the guild? The UAG?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, when you come up and you're investigating and be like, oh, I can look at Von Toyo and I say, did the guild send for assistance? Maybe it was Lily, actually.
You saw her in the outpost.
Yeah. But we were, yeah.
I don't know. It's not impossible.
Ellis is a relatively new member, but she got a 9 there over in the
Dice roller.
Dice roller.
Okay, so that was it looks like a worker.
Okay.
Where to point it's like a farmer of sorts.
Okay. So not part of the group that she was expecting that they on the earlier session that she was part of, where they went and warned the outpost that they went for reinforcements.
He for certain you can tell that it's not an fighter orc.
Okay, that's primarily what she was looking for.
But you're not sure if we're with them.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you going to do, guys? You end the last session with intent of
So yeah, I'm looking at it as basically just saying, yeah, we need to go to the druid place, make sure that the orcs don't attack them.
Druid camp.
Yeah.
I'm actually leaning that way. We can let the soldiers know at the outpost at number 2 to be on the watch that we're going to go and tell them what we're going to do. If we have evidence that they might be.
What we didn't know is that the orc had a bomb in his stomach, and that's why.
Okay.
That's right.
What's a bomb? What's a bomb?
Exactly. What's that ticking noise? Anyway.
Okay. See, that's good.
I will say that Lily, the druid, will take the task of going back to the outpost and inform.
Yeah, that's actually great.
Okay.
And that's how we the character goes.
Fair.
That works out then.
So, Keradoc, I need you to make a survival check if you're going to go directly towards the camp of the. You will find it. It's just to see how long it takes.
Rolled a 24.
3 years. Sorry.
Instantaneously transport there.
Yeah.
Walk
Instant
through.
transmutation.
Didn't you guys like teleport through trees or something?
Yes, I actually used that today in my son's adventure. We're doing Christmas transport via plants to get to the Christmas tree at the North Pole in Santa's workshop.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Seems good to me. Anyway, yeah, so 24 was what he got there, Lionel.
Okay. That is enough. You have to take a short rest. 4 hours mark after you pass the night hidden in the and then you take another day just to begin to climb up. When you're climbing up the mountains or escalating the mountains, you begin to see that from the outpost behind where the hill we're hitting, there are lights moving. Small groups of lights that can be seen. You will guess are torch lights. But that's at the end of the second day, and in the morning you reach familiar set of rocks barricading the where you last encountered the ghost-wise goblin druids. Halflings druids.
Yeah, because we noticed torches the previous night, I'm probably going to try to stealth behind the group like I did before.
It is not in the mountain. It's in the valley.
Is it forested or not so much?
Really?
Say it again.
What were you asking?
I was wondering if it was forested because I'm, my character is on edge.
That the area appears to be appears to be scarce in vegetation from your point of view, but you cannot tell much high and far away.
So to be a little more clear here, there were these lights that you mentioned, these torches, when we rested and then reached it on the beginning of the third day. On the beginning of the third day, I am hiding behind the group like I did before, using cover as best I can. So,
okay,
that's my stealth there. Just it makes sense. There's orcs around, and if there's any cover, I'll take it.
Okay. What are you going to do? Ilita and Voltolio.
No. Unless he's using magic, I'm taking it Caradoc can't hide.
Well, even if I could, I'm not sure that the 9-foot-tall direwolf standing next to me could.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to hide. Caradoc and not hide.
Surprisingly effective edit, but it costs resources. So
yeah, I get that. Well, I don't know. What's Caradoc doing? I guess.
I assume Caradoc is leading us more than anything else.
That's what I'm telling you. You move through the mountains, climbing up, and you reach the same spot where you meet the Ghostwise halflings. There is the wall is still in front of you. Everything seems.
When we were here last time, did they show us a way around, the wall of rocks, or is it still?
No, it's still impenetrable. You will have to climb up or fly. No, you can.
What are you saying, Charles?
I was going to say, Ellis is just trying to stay in the shadows, stealthing somewhat. Not to be totally hidden, but she rolled a 22 so on her stealth. But just not breaking away from the party, but just staying in contact with as more or less unseen support element, because that big dire wolf and the big furry other creature there, and the count, they'll let them be the focal point, and then Ilsa can maybe do something creative. Is what her thoughts are. Staying back, less out front, more hidden.
We still have to get past this wall, which means. I guess.
It's about, if I remember correctly, about 10 feet tall.
Yeah. And this wall is, just to get a sense, is this wall masoned, or does it look like it's just natural boulders that have been piled on top of each other to block the space?
It looks for you. It looks like it is natural.
Okay.
Sorry. What is your character is?
My passive perception is 9.
No, you're a dignum, of course. You easily enough it takes a little bit, but you can. It is not natural, but it looks natural.
Okay,
It
classic
was
gnomish
raised
work,
in place. You feel like it's deserving to be a good gnome work.
Yeah. I'm gonna seeing this wall and seeing Cardog maybe stop at it and recognizing it. I suppose I'll just kind of walk up close to the wall and say in gnomish, basically just say, "Friends of Glitter Gold have arrived. Let's see, it would be, do druids of this part show their hospitality by opening the front door?" I just shout that.
You wait for a moment.
And it's 8 foot tall, you said?
Or I think the wall was 10 to 15.
10 to 15? Okay.
You might be able to climb that.
I call out in Druidic and inform them that Caradoc the Druid is here. I'm just gonna start climbing.
Yeah, if there's no, I'm gonna wait for a response for a few moments. But if I see Caradoc start climbing, I actually take out some climbing gear.
Yeah, I've got a rope.
And Direwolf, knows when get up there, so he kind of stomps off to find a place to and wait out the time.
I could hoist him up, but it could be a little tricky to do.
If the wall's only 10 to 15 feet tall and he's 9 feet tall, he can probably just jump on top of the thing.
I got that wrong. I was just looking it up to see how much he weighed. Well, he's 9 feet long.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
But it still probably puts him at the height of a human.
And he's still probably 5 feet, 6 feet tall, and he weighs near a ton.
As much as a horse, right?
800 to 1,000 pounds. So that's a bit.
It might be possible for him to jump.
So you are going to use ropes and roll a. Roll a climbing with advantage.
Athletics, maybe. And it's actually kind of interesting because when people start climbing, my character starts basically like instructing them how to use this climbing gear that she's had. Basically, like, well, we'll have some people, the stronger people, go up. We'll have a piton probably halfway through. We'll use a rope and just like instructing how to do this safely. So whoever wants to make that athletics
here.
But
you have climbing here.
I have, not only do I have rope, I have a climbing gear, including pitons and a hammer and the full works.
Let's bypass this. It takes time, but you all are able to climb up. And at the other side, there is a set of bushes and lianes. Sorry, I'm forgetting the word. That those climbs up in lines through the walls or over the walls to make a robust, but they cling on the walls.
Like vines?
Thank you.
Ivy? Yeah.
The vines, and it's easy enough to climb down and on the other side. the place this is about the entrance is about radius irregular form. It looks empty. There is no signs of struggle immediately. It appears to have been there, been like that for a long time.
Am I able to see any signs in Druidic kind of pointing where they went? Anything?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Or investigation, whichever is.
Yeah.
You remember, you look around, remember the ones you saw before that were saying that this was a place to rest. Further down, you see ones that is the shelter, and as written in that says in the floor says that will be something like a second go hideout with the stone giant. There's nothing is not say the place. It's just like it is obviously a message for them. They not for the strangers.
In this shelter, Elsa would like to search it for any possible clues or items that were written on parchment or such.
Related to what?
Well, anything in general, so she could look to see if it's a clue that would tell them whether it's a shopping list saying they need to put together so many pounds of supplies, which she could relate back to how many days travel would be.
Oh, I see.
And such. Nothing that's not necessarily anything that outright says that it was 5 days hike over into this mountain cave or like that. Now, if she could find that, that's cool. But
you know, yeah. Even the document says go here.
But she's looking for little bits and pieces so she could put the puzzle together with the information that Kardak would be gathering from the druidic writings on the floor.
And that will be either history or maybe I will an intelligence-based insight, like Rantin trying to decide.
Okay. While she's doing that.
Two.
Go ahead. Yeah. Oh boy.
You have no idea.
Oh, okay.
You find it's just a hobbit hole,
Right.
but nothing else.
All right.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna look at the boundaries of the town and see if it's basically what I'm trying to figure out is whether it's easily defendable from, say, 20 orcs or so. Like, what are the the other boundaries? Are those steep mountain sides that you have to climb down to get down to, climb up and down to, or are they?
Are you talking about the shelter, place shelter, or the area in general?
The area in general. Basically, what my character's thinking is, if the orcs are planning to attack this location, it's possible we could actually use it to our advantage and get quite a few of them downed. Just a thought. Possibly any secret doors out, so that if we do this, we'd be able to escape. Either one of those would make sense. Is there a check you want to use for that?
No marcher. Nature check if you want to roll, but if only for further information, maybe more detailed.
Nature, if I want to roll, what was the other one that I need? So you think
it's perception, but it's more like nature based.
okay?
The roll is more nature based because you are trying to figure out.
Right.
Set.
Yep, I'll do that. But I'll crit fail it. So yes, this seems like an excellent place. There's no secret doors, and we should definitely hold ourselves in a single building.
I'm not saying it's just from your deep gnome perspective. This looks more like a simple hideout. Well, the set in to provide cover for it not to be detected easily. Basically, the only ones who could see it will be the one from those who are flying, and Karadok, if Karadok will want to tell you they used and you knew that you knew that because you knew that they were down to the outpost to teach the Lord daughter how to mount a flying.
I have a
in flight mountain. Okay. Sorry.
Big idea. If we think the orcs are going to attack here, instead of for them to attack us, and no Caradoc, I don't know if he still has it or if he can use it or is willing to use it, but I know Caradoc had some pretty nifty magic that made us if we hid in the surrounding hillsides or mountains or whatever, we hid, show up, then when the orcs attack the building, we spring an attack on them.
Yeah, I do have that, but it only lasts an hour.
We would need a scout or someone to notice them.
I also have stone shape.
Elsa will say, well, why don't we make a bunch of straw dummies that look like people, like these little ghost wise halflings, and set them on up so the orcs think that there's a whole bunch of them, and they attack them. We put them in little spots that will slow them down, and then we can go ahead and buy ourselves a little bit of time.
That's not impossible either.
Both seem like better plans than mine. Obviously, some people are more used to
I want to remind to our friend the Firebug source he has that is chatting with the animals, sending text messages with them.
And
you want to use that too?
So I don't have speak with animals memorized. you know, I can say simple things to animals, but I can't really understand a whole lot back with the animals.
Yeah.
Now, if we come upon snakes, then Ilsa can help out with speaking and charming.
Yeah. Either way, out of character. Actually, this is probably in character though. My character probably mentions we don't know when, or technically if, the orcs were going to attack. Our original plan was to warn the halflings they were attacking the druids they were attacking, and from the sounds of it, they already know. We could try to follow them to where their new place is, with the presumption that the orcs know where the new place is. But I don't know if that's necessarily... At least that was my intention, at least, was to just warn them. But
weren't at least some of the group also instructed to orcs, in which case this is before potentially setting trial, right?
Right. I definitely agree. And I think if we were sure when / if they were coming, then I would definitely encourage that. But we don't know for sure.
Well, just give me a week so I can take a long rest, and I'll switch out my...
Sure. And while you're taking that long rest, we'll start setting up straw dummies. I mean, it's not like we couldn't carry them anyway, right? If we need to.
Like, didn't just...
I think they'll...
What?
I was going to say Ty. Sorry.
What were you saying, Lionel?
Me? You want me to go first? Okay. As long as I remember, the only things affected by the short rest, long rest occasion are the resources per se, like spell slots, healing surge, action surge, the fighters.
You're thinking that,
and stuff like that.
You're thinking that a druid could re-prepare.
Yeah, preparation I think is not affected. Can you give me more input about this, Charles?
That's something probably we could talk about, but if it helps you along, and you're DM, it's your call. I'll put that in your pocket right now to deal with it, and we can maybe work on clarification a little later.
Yeah, I will rule like that. It still does not affect the number of spells you can.
That's fine. I mean, if you go by the book, it says when you finish a long rest. But
yeah, and based on the wording in the document. But regardless, he's the GM, and we can take it.
Yeah, you can overrule. So I'm swapping in speak with animals.
After a long rest, presumably, though.
Well, after after a short rest, after 8 hours.
After 8 hours. The reason that's important is because we need to get work. Mannequins, right? Is that the plan?
Okay.
I was thinking mannequins was a good plan.
Actually swapping it in, but that's the plan as of right now.
As of plan, yeah. I agree.
I have no specific skill at making mannequins, but perception.
Fair enough. I have knowledge nature. I can possibly put some things together.
Elsa has deception and she has her disguise kit.
Oh, that's much more useful.
I've got a disguise kit with me too.
And actually, probably Cardoc's survival check will be necessary as well. So,
the idea is to make dummies inside the shelter. Right?
I think the intention is to collect materials that make that basically collect materials where we can get them for these mannequins, and then Illitha and theoretically Cardok can disguise them as halflings.
Okay.
Does anybody here speak Orc?
I don't think.
I don't think any of us did the other day, so Illitha would be the only one who might.
No, she only speaks common, abyssal, and draconic.
What was the language?
Orc.
Orc. Yeah, no. Nope.
But
I was thinking we could put up a big sign that says Orcs suck.
well,
With like
Grumps is a wimp. Corellium's way cooler.
We can always write it in common.
That's true. Grumps looks like an elf.
Okay, so roll a survival check for the gathering of materials, and allowed to add the proficient of in the disguise kit to the roll that will be charisma based deception.
I'll assist who's ever doing the survival with my knowledge of nature. That's about as much as I can do.
What is Illitha's deception?
+5.
Okay, that's what mine is too.
Go ahead, Ty. You roll it.
I was going to say, you roll it. Can I give you advantage, maybe?
Well,
Let me double check
Oh, okay. I could.
because
we're both proficient in it, so yeah, one or the other could give each other advantage with it.
Okay. With advantage, then I got a 23.
disguise, intimidation, persuasion, performance, deception. In certain cases, a disguise can improve your ability to avoid conceiving lies. Yeah, with advantage, you can roll 23 total.
Yeah, with advantage, I got a 23.
Okay, yeah. And the survival was 24. Okay, you gather leaves and branches and stuff for the to give branches more shape form of a humanoid. It looks convincing, especially knowing that the ghost-wise halflings use nature-based vests or clothes. Clothes were pretty natural, so with the guide of Karadok and your expert's skills on deception and disguise, pretty dummies. With that, I will say that 5 of them sitting in the drinking tea, and the other 2 playing golf.
A classic gnomish pastime.
Yeah.
And it's not normal golf, it's miniature golf because they're small. Putt golf, exactly.
All right.
Less intrusive to nature.
Yeah, exactly.
So while, as part of this exercise, while I'm down around Talmeric, I'm going to instruct him basically be our eyes, and that if he sees, to let out a howl, and then to find a safe place nearby to wait until I call him.
That's exactly what I was
He sniffs you and like strokes you with a face like when a dog marks someone like in agreement, and moves a bit further down back to where you come from and disappears.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So we got our little deception up. That should slow them down.
Or more importantly, draw them in.
Yeah. But either way, slow them down, they can battle them. So we could either sneak attack them, basically ambush them, or we could try to locate the druids and get in contact with them. It'll buy us some breathing time between the raiding party, possibly, if there is a raiding party. That's what Illithel will be discussing once we get to that point.
That's fair, yeah. Well, let's see what Speak with Animal gives us after our work here, and Caradoc prepares the spells. I think the answer that the animals give might direct us one way or the other.
Let me check something. Okay, strength. The night comes. You are short rest of the day. You hear a scraping of clothes outside of the wall.
Okay.
Um,
So it's loud enough that all of us hear that?
yes.
Okay.
Whoever goes to check is Talmeric, the wolf, the dire wolf. He knows that he will have know that he can cry or wolf sound, but he's not using it. So that will be a sign. He's looking and like who is going to check?
I don't have dark vision.
Illithel will go out and check. I think she has the best dark vision. She has 120 feet, and she can see in any darkness, magical or not.
So the wolf, the dire wolf, circle movements, sniffs you and tries to point with his nose towards the direction in from.
Okay.
But you can roll. That will be an animal handling check to get an idea of what he's trying to say.
Crit 20's our thing, right? Right. It's 1 in 20 chance.
Sure.
Let's see. Let's see here. Was that with advantage or not?
No, I will say that.
Okay. No, I just didn't understand. I'm trying to recall what you were saying. That's all. So that'd be an 18.
Yeah, he's giving clear signs that there is something down ahead, or I don't know how to say in English. Basically, he's trying to point without that there is something coming.
Okay. And what Elsa will do is she will go ahead and hide and prep a spell.
And does he communicate it back to the group at all, or are you hiding and we're all completely unaware?
Well, she's hiding and going to prep a spell. She's going to try to wave her hand at the direwolf to go back in the direction that the group is in.
The direwolf can't cross the wall.
Oh, he can't cross the wall. Okay.
Correct. So either you have to do it, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I guess that's going to change plans. She's going to come on back and give the information to the party that we have some visitors coming from this direction via the senses of the direwolf.
Immediately upon hearing that, Paradox starts casting Conjure Earth Elf.
Okay. I'm going to use the rocky terrain and try to hide, but first I want to turn toward Volantolio and say, the dummies are set up, yeah?
Yes.
All right.
I just want to remind everybody except the Litha should have 7 temporary hit points.
Oh, okay. Good to know. They don't. That's right. They don't go away. I see. Yeah.
Elitha's going to go back outside and find a good place to hide and gain some cover, but put her in a strategic point or tactical point to be able to cast a spell from the direction that in the direction that the wolf was indicating that the noise was coming from.
Okay, so to give a better description or where you were or how is the terrain, you have to climb up from the north or where you currently are, rounding the mountain and then climbing up south in the direction of south and up. That area is reachable only through a gap. It's like a of around.
Elsa's going to stay on the ground on this side of the wall, but she's going to be facing that point on the wall or area.
You will basically have to climb more in the same side the wall is in, maybe a further down or maybe further up. Fin purchase in that spot because in the other side there is but it's going, the mountain goes down.
All right.
So we're on a plateau more than on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll probably go on to the other side of the whatever side Illith is on. I'll go to the other side and just kind of hide amongst the front wall, basically, yeah. Although, actually, now that I think about it, if the dummies are set up, wherever the dummies are set up, that's important for me to be within, say, 80 feet of them. So I'm actually going to be probably further away from the entrance based on where Vontelio placed them.
Probably around the building.
Right.
We were trying to, my understanding was we were trying to funnel them there.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
Ellis got 18 for her stealth.
Okay. Yeah, you find a good enough place that covers you with both rocks and vegetation.
Okay.
A clear view of the road coming from the mountain.
Okay.
All right.
And when she sees something at 120 feet out that looks to be hazardous, like an orc, an evil giant, a hag, an owl bear, something mean and nasty, that's when she'll start prepping her spell to cast it.
Yeah. I just draw my light crossbow and load it.
Nothing more? No one else is.
Oh, yeah. I was stealthing in case it wasn't, you didn't notice. I got a 14, though, so.
Well, I cast Conjure Elemental. That takes a full minute. If there's time after that, then I'll direct the elemental to earth glide into the stone wall, the barrier, and I will find a place to hide nearby.
Okay, guys.
Got a 19 on my stealth.
Put on my stealth. Cool. Okay. I'm going to hide not far from Caradoc.
Since early in the morning, no wait, since it's the night, you only begin to hear after a while noises of loud footsteps and clanking from the distance. But it takes a while to see and of year. I say that it was going to be in a new monsoon, right? So the light in the sky is pretty. You cannot really further see any further, and you cannot tell coming. It's a big enough number of footsteps.
Yeah.
There are some stops along the way, some shoots on a language none of you understand. It's close to the wall, can hear. I cannot remember the name. Like, it's not growling. It's like
Guttural.
a girl in disgust, but it's not attacking. It has he knows it's just that will just reveal their again begins to move. Footsteps begin to sound closer and closer.
Can I see over the wall based on my position or not?
I assume you position yourself to be able to see, at least picking up through.
Yeah. The main question why I'm asking is because I want him to be within 80 feet of the dummies, and the town might be pretty big, so there's a reasonable chance that
it's not a town. It's a small, let's say, alcove. It's a small room of 20 feet radius.
Oh, okay.
It's very small.
So if I position myself to be able to see the mannequins, is it possible for me to also see over the wall? Or would that have required like a climb check or something? Oh, yeah. Yes. Cool. No. Yeah. So, yeah, just I have 120-foot dark vision, so you can tell me if I see anything.
What? 120? Yep. Okay. Nothing yet. Nothing can be seen. Just hear you hear. Voltolio will recognize is the movement of a small group of armored people. Remember the name for the group?
Squad.
Yeah. When they come within 60 feet and Ilza can see them, then she'll cast the spell that she's thinking about casting.
Say it takes about a minute or so of moving or hearing those and closer with stops, shoots, maybe some grunts, and then moving back again. You can pick at the further way of what you can see in the night, an armored orc, an army of a group of armored about other orcs. They do look, but they don't appear to be of the size of an ambush in group.
Okay.
Only good orc's a dead orc.
Maybe a half orc, but they're only half good.
They reach the 60 feet.
Okay.
Ilza will cast flaming sphere at them.
All right.
And what does that do?
It goes ahead and 2.5 foot radius burning flaming sphere moves at 30 feet and all within 5 foot of it takes 2d6 plus 1d6 per spell level, but 2d6 for where I'm at. Fire damage. Save a dex save saves for half damage.
So it's an area effect of
5 foot basically.
30 feet.
5 foot radius.
Yeah, I can move it 30 foot. It lasts for a minute, and I can move it to follow along a line or a group or an area as long as it stays within 60 feet.
I said it only affects 3 of them because they know what they're doing and out enough. them in the middle of to reach three of those. They are not clustered too much clustered together.
All right.
They will have to roll. Right?
Yeah. Let's see here. My total I rolled max on it. That's cool. That's 12 points. So if they save, they take 6 fire damage.
20, 17, and 7.
If they get any, my spell's DC, save DC is only 13, so.
Okay. So 2 half and 1 full. So you say how much?
12 total and 6 for those that saved. Fire damage.
Total. Yeah, one of them seems pretty hurted. The other two just they grunt and put down the.
And hopefully that lightens up the area around them where my non-dark seeing compadres can see better at the enemy.
Let me see a food diameter sphere. 1 minute. I will say that it will work as a cantrip spell.
It does actually give how much light it generates at the end of the spell.
Oh yeah, right. I just looking through. Actually, it is like a light cantrip. So yes.
Yep.
You see a parchment of 40 feet around the area. With well illuminated and 24 in dim. You can see the 5 orcs easily with that light. No other orcs inside.
As soon as he casts the spell, that's when I start shooting, but there's no reaction or anything I was holding, so I was going to wait until they were further in.
Yeah, I mean, do we roll initiative or are we getting a free round?
Let's roll initiative.
Ready?
Yeah. 11.
Do you want the elemental to go on my turn, or do you want to have its own turn? Technically, it should have its own, but I find that's.
Use your own turn to short things.
22 initiative.
Okay, so first is Karadok.
Bill has a 10.
Just an 11.
Yeah.
Never win initiative. I'm kind of excited.
Um, 16.
On a 12 hit die elemental. Undead. And just one more turn, one more level, and I'll be able to turn into one. It'd be really fun.
11 Voltolio. Which one was what did the ethereal lethal roll?
A 10.
And Mahi case, what was the roll case?
6. I posted it.
This is the initiative. So, Caradoc and the elemental, what are you going to do?
I'm going to order the elemental to charge and attack the.
Can the orc move? Where do you place the elemental? At the other side or side of the wall?
In the wall.
In the wall? Can it be in the wall? Can pass through stone?
Yep.
And so I order it to come out.
You have the stats of the elemental?
Yep, I do.
Roll for the elemental.
Oh, what am I rolling?
How much can it move?
Yeah, I mean, it can move 30 feet. So I'm assuming they're closer to 60 feet away, right?
He can reach them in with a dash.
Right. So that's what he's going to
dash.
But then there's nothing to roll because it used its action to dash.
Okay. Next one will be Caradoc.
So Caradoc is going to in 30 feet of them, assuming he can do that with his movement. Need. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, that hits.
Does that mean Caradoc is purposely coming down the wall?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, just double checking.
And he does, let me double check here. Yeah, 7 points of fire damage.
Let's say you hit the one who was already pretty much damaged.
Nope.
Nice.
We're
hitting another one?
And that is my turn.
I forgot to add one. Which one was? The one who rolled 7. Next one will be the orc in command. That one is going to face a familiar object that is seen. Is going to blow the horn.
Classic.
Out of character. What horn is this that you guys have seen before?
Yeah, the one in this session.
A previous game.
It can't be the exact same horn because I've still got it.
Yeah.
Not one is not the exact same one.
It's just like a battle horn or a hunter's horn.
Yeah.
Alert the main body. They were out scouting. Like this is a scouting party.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, some horn that called back the ancestral dead of the orc tribe.
I hope not.
To descend.
Holy shoot. You know what, guys? I love you, but Ilf is tracking now.
Bring it.
Obviously, writing down. Thank you for the suggestion.
No, that makes sense.
The other 1, 2, 3 orcs are going to Litha reveal her position when she casts the spell. Cause they have one elemental in front of them. Look is also inside, so they will.
And she's 60 feet away.
The only in reach will be the elemental. And what is the range of for the javelin? That would be 120 with disadvantage.
Here we go.
So 1
I posted the orc horn. So
one from Caradoc, and the other is going to help his reach the swing the axe. That will be +5 to hit. For Ithlita at 20, for Caradoc an 8, and for the elemental 14. Not natural.
And hit the elemental or Caradoc.
How much damage does Elitha take?
Evelyn is 1d6 +3. She takes 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Which is the armor of the elemental? Armor class?
Let's see here. Roll this.
Yeah, the elemental miss. They miss the elemental as well. And next is Bontolio.
Okay. All right. I'm going to up the wall or near the top of the wall. Okay, they're 60 feet away. I'm going to throw 2 Eldritch Blasts at the one that hit Elitha. I got a 16 and a modified 20.
Both those hit.
He takes 11 points of force damage.
That one drops dead.
And then, as a cunning action, I'm going to hide again, either in shadows or behind the wall. But I only got a 12 on my stealth roll. And the direwolf is out.
Cat and Elitha failed her concentration check.
oh, that's important.
Yes, it is.
Some people can't see now.
Yeah, like me.
Yep.
Unfortunately, she rolled a 6.
Minus.
Then if I can't see, my action would change.
Right.
Okay, we'll allow it.
Well, then my action would basically be to do nothing and stay hidden since I can't see anything. You know what?
Sure
So, real quick, so there was light for a moment. If Antonio wants to make a blind shot, he should be able to at least target where they were. But if he doesn't want to, that's up to you. But I'm just.
No, I would if it was just them, but we got Caradoc between me and them.
Okay. Fair enough.
So if it weren't for that, I would.
My question is, were any of them still on fire that got damaged of the 3?
Yeah, the one who died was in flames. That's what he died.
Okay, so that would give some light. Not much,
Yeah,
but some.
Yeah, the targets will be visible, and yeah, he will be able to shoot normally.
Okay, so then I did
Because
get the guy 2 times.
We did the race. Next is Lita.
Elitha will
lethal.
How far away is the one that's blowing the horn from Ilitha?
60 feet in front of the elemental.
So she, the one blowing the horn is 60 feet from Ilitha? Or 60 feet from the elemental?
From Ilitha and in front of the elemental.
Right next to the elemental.
Okay. Ilitha cast Sacred Flame on the one blowing the horn.
Okay.
So it's a dex
Is the
check.
neutral right? 1d20 plus. A fail with a 4.
Okay. And so he'll take. Let's see here. 1d8. One point of damage. But it's a radiant damage.
Yeah. It's still on flames, so.
And and after that, she'll move behind the tree or rock where that she was hiding in front of before to gain cover.
Okay.
Not necessarily
That gives you-
hide, but give me cover. So you just let me know if it's half or three-quarter cover, or you.
I would say that it gives half cover
Okay. So
because
just plus 2 to my AC then. And you got my AC, so you should be good to go.
okay. Next one is the orc is dead. The case. What is going to do?
Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3 orcs. I'm going to start with the one that is next to the stone elemental, just because I think I'm one of the few people who can hit him.
2 next to the elemental.
The one that's been just got hit with the radiant light. That one.
Okay.
Light crossbow. 16.
Hits.
All right. I'm going to make this an arcane shot, which will be the bramble version. So I'm going to roll damage for that. 13 piercing damage and, or sorry, no. 8 piercing damage and 5 poison damage.
That orc dies, drops dead after the arrow sinks through
Yep. And then I'm gonna
the body. Body drops and the flames are of the orcs. The flames illuminate little bit from the floor.
Okay. I'll shoot the orc that's on initiative 16, then whatever the one that is. The one that's still alive with my second shot.
It's showing the orc on the 16 is dead, I thought.
There's 2 orcs on 16.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yep.
My bad.
Yep. So does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
Right.
Yes, just hits, just pass through the protection of the hide and the shield.
Yep, I'm a good shot. That's one of my qualities of my character. And I'm going to make this an arcane shot as well. It's going to be some extra poison damage also. So 14 damage total. 9 of it is poison.
The poison the name the arrow sinks and the poison spreads through the veins of the orc. It pain, but it stays alive.
Still alive? Okay. I have a choice here. A Cardock and the Elemental can probably clean up. Yep. That's all I'm going to do.
Okay. Top of the round, the Elemental and Cardock.
All right, the Elemental is going to slam into the poisoned orc. And I assume that a 13 misses.
Yes.
All right, he's got multi-attack, so he's going to do it again. Jeez. And rolls a natural 1.
Boy.
Caradoc's going to try the produce flame and try and hit again the one that's hurt. That hits. That's a 22.
Mm-hmm.
And he does. Let me find my D8. That's not a D8. That's a D8. A D8.
The one dies. It falls and the flame helps. Ignites the hide, providing a little bit more of light. The last orc, looking his comrades down, is going to turn around and run away.
Does he
Full movement.
Full movement? So
You can.
Go ahead.
It was a bit away from the elemental, so it doesn't get attack opportunity.
Okay.
And it's just enough moves and just enough to be away from Elitha. And
So the elemental
Yes.
has reach. So just double checking.
okay, how the reach is how much?
10 foot.
Attack opportunity.
All right.
I will give that.
Misses 12.
Nope, that misses. And we are out of initiative. What are you going to do?
Well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
See that orc?
No
You
one.
probably don't. It just moves 60 feet away from every sort of light there.
Okay.
I mean, Lionel can tell me otherwise, obviously, but
No, he was not ignited by the first spell, by the flame spear. No. And no one attacked him with any sort of fire damage.
Right.
And he basically was just away enough for range of sight of.
So he was out further, 120 feet then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then I won't do anything.
all right.
Anybody hurt?
I mean, you could probably catch him, but not sure if you want to. Illith's turn.
Well, anybody hurt other than Ilitha?
Nope. I'm not, at least.
She'll be asking the rest of the group for med check.
I'm good.
Caradoc just starts dancing and singing a weird song, almost from another dimension. Can't touch this.
My character. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say that Elsa go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on herself.
Okay. I was going to ask if you had healing.
Yeah. My character will say, do we want this orc to lead the rest of the orcs here, or do we want to kill it before they get here?
One quick thing, Lilith, before you cast that, how many hit points are you down?
6.
I'm down 6 points. That's one third of my hit points.
Yeah, and Cure Wounds is a second level spell?
No, first level.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to say don't waste a spell, and I'm going to cast Goodberry, and I'll give you 6 good berries.
Okay. I'll take that.
All right.
Actually, you have the how much lasts the Goodberry?
Which does it? What? Sorry.
How much does the? Okay.
Goodberry gives you 1 hit point per berry and a full day's substance. And once you cast them, depending on how many good berries you get, that's always a DM's sway type thing, how they want to handle that, whether max or somewhere in between. And they're good for 24 hours. So if you had 10, then the remaining 4 would be good for 24 hours.
Okay.
So after Mugig asks this, and presumably no one responds because they're trying to figure out healing, she's going to use her boots to move 30 feet closer to where the orc ran. With my 120-foot dark vision, I assume I can.
So in following the round,
Same round
he will.
that it ran.
Yeah. So Bontolio is going. Lithia is going to do that. Yeah. You will be able to see the orc.
Okay. How far is the orc from me after I move 30 feet forward? Closer.
Well, 100. Sorry, that will be minus 31. 90 feet, around 90 feet.
90 feet. Okay. I'm going to take...
Wait. You were behind the wall, right?
I was on... I would have had to be either on the wall or high enough behind it to see over it.
You will have to move through road terrain if you don't want to fall or drop to the road.
I will actually drop the 15-foot drop.
You have 15 feet of movement. It will be just at the reach of your sight.
Okay. I'm going to use an action surge to dash another 30 feet.
Okay, that will leave it to 90-ish, a little bit less.
How much less?
I think it's 10 feet, like 10 feet.
Okay. In that case, I don't make the shots with disadvantage.
Oh, you are using a short bow?
I'm using a light crossbow.
Oh, a light crossbow. Okay, yes, let's say that is 80 feet.
Yeah. The first shot. I see. It doesn't want me to kill this orc. I'm assuming a 13 misses.
Yep.
All right. Second shot. That misses also.
Yep.
I guess we're still in initiative then.
Yeah, so I see him doing this, and I whistle for Talmeric. Chase him down. Long strider, turn into a giant scorpion, and now I'm running 50 feet around.
Yeah.
Let's say this: enough speed of and enough attacks to bring him down without the need of you casting a spell. Even in darkness can smell where the orc is, and 2 rounds after he comes back with the body of the orc.
All right.
Good boy.
Nevertheless, a horn has been so what are you going to do?
I'm gonna get my bolts that I missed with, but yeah.
Elva will cast create bonfire and suggest that we burn the bodies after we search the bodies.
Does anybody disagree?
Well, not really. That
The earth elemental to go down in the ground around where we dropped these orcs, and then I'm going to find a place to hide. With a big old 7.
You are going to be on side of the wall, looking for a place to hide.
Yep.
I'll do the same thing, but on the other side of the road.
The other side is okay. Roll a perception. No, that was a perception check.
13.
Do you have the dark vision?
No, I do not.
Roll with disadvantage because the bonfire does not reach that far.
Okay, with disadvantage, I still got a 13.
Okay. And rock coming out a bit big enough under the level of the road. You can just hop on and give you enough to standing up to be able to see over the road. But all that side is for a inclination downward.
Like a cliff?
Oh. Yeah. Downward. Yeah. Slope.
Slope, yeah.
Slope, yeah.
Okay.
Slope down. That side it's irregular. It's not just a strike down. It's enough inclination for it not to be safe to move through. Basically, you have to be climbing half movement. But you find a spot where the rock is out enough for you to stand on and be able to shoot from of the if you were on the road.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask you to roll hide the stealth because that will basically will be the 13 you roll. Is an Ilita.
Ilsa's staying back where she was behind the rock. She's doing all this because from that position, casting the great bonfire over there where close to the bodies, not hitting the bodies, but where her compadres that are on that side of the wall are. So they have light plus a place to throw the bodies on when they're done. She just kind of hollered out to search the bodies and then throw them on fire.
Yeah, and Magig will search the bodies once she returns.
Okay, so I will give you later what you found in the bodies.
Okay. Did you want to roll or no?
Okay, roll investigation.
All right. Just for the sake of 16.
Tell you later. You pile the bodies, and the bonfire begins to ignite the clothes of the orcs.
Okay.
I love.
Only lasts for a minute, so.
Yeah.
It's still.
Outside of anything that they would catch on fire on them, that's flammable.
Let's say that the heights are furry enough for the fire to catch, so you got a small
Heavy smoke, but a fire nonetheless.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, thing that provides light.
Long as
The smell of
it's providing light, and Ilsa's other intent is that whoever comes and discovers them that was called will see this and tremble in fear that these little ghost-wise halflings took care of this scouting party in such a way.
Fair enough. Although if we had eviscerated it and spread them over the canyon. Anyway, I want to stand on the wall that Iltha is hiding behind, climb back up and such. I'm going to head back over there once I search them and whatnot.
Okay. The air begins to be filled with the smell of burned hair, and a minute begin to hear the familiar footsteps, heavy footsteps of orcs. A moment passes, and you begin to see from the periphery of your sight. This time the group is larger, about 10-15 orcs in line, well organized, moving at a fast pace. The one in front shooting orders, and the others begin to change information. The pile of bodies. 3 of them in front put shields. Both begin to search behind the shield, around trying to spot anyone in any one of you.
Yeah. And they're currently at about 120 feet, yeah?
but they're moving one step closer. Bontolio cannot see it yet. Aradoc, but Case and Ilitha can't see this clearly. They are like a well-trained band army.
Okay.
And they're getting closer.
How far away is the one barking orders? Or seemingly the bark orders?
At this moment, about 70 feet. It's behind the ones with the...
Oh, okay. They're at 70 now. I will shoot it with my crossbow at this point. But I will say to Illitha, actually, I'll say to Illitha and the orcs, yeah, no, I won't. Actually, I'm just going to shoot the guy shouting orders. Have they noticed us yet? Like, do I roll with advantage or is it a normal attack? Lionel?
Yes?
I'm shooting at the orc that's shouting orders. Is it with advantage?
You were not hiding?
Well,
but yeah, sure. They're aware that something is in there.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So normal shot makes sense.
So the other orcs in front of the one that's barking orders, they're at 60 feet?
70 is what he said.
I thought
70 is the one.
70 is I see now. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So the ones that were in front of the one barking orders, they at 60 feet?
Yes.
Okay, and what Ilsa will do is cast another flaming spear at them at the 60-foot mark.
All right.
And when we catch 1, 2, 5 of them. Right?
Yeah, it's a 5-foot orb.
5-foot radius around the orb.
Diameter around the orb. Fill a 5-foot square. It's 2.5-foot radius. So diameter being
9,
5.
3, 11, 14, and 19. So the two archers move quickly enough to only get half the damage, but the ones with the shields get caught completely on the flame sphere.
Not 12, 2d6. 2d6. And full damage being 4 points, save damage being 2 of fire. But now our guys that can't see in the dark can see.
Woohoo!
And are they from? Sentinel is lying in wait.
I will say you pile up the bodies. From where they are.
Say it again. You cut out.
Let's say that the pile of bodies is 20 feet. One of the ones with shields, so it will be like 40 feet away from you and Bontolio.
40 feet.
But 20 feet from the elemental, right? Or am I?
Yes. Because the elemental is beneath the bodies, right?
Basically, yeah. in that general area. So I'm just going to tell the elemental burrow 30 feet towards what your tremor sense is telling you is erupt out of the ground and start swinging.
Does the communication telepathic?
It's verbal.
So you reveal your position, but you couldn't say it.
I mean, my stuff 7.
Right. Right.
Okay. Do you? I will leave this to you. Do we roll again initiative, or do we use your the PC's initiative from the previous?
Might as well roll again. I mean, maybe I'm only saying that because we rolled badly, but like.
Okay.
I'll keep mine.
Right. Yeah. So the question is, I guess that's a vote for my vote is reroll. For the rest of you guys.
Let's do it. Reroll.
All right. I'm even worse than I was before. All according to plan.
Oh, so am I. Holy cow. I got a 4 for information. How about that?
All according to plan. Wait. Maybe it was. Not such.
I got to pull up Telmeric because he's here too now.
All right, this fight is going to be bad.
I also got an 11.
Nine.
Maybe they all crit failed.
Yeah, they roll really low. Or 5 above what you are rolling right now.
They got to roll
9.
to beat to do worse than I did.
That's why I said all crit fails.
5. 4.
Let me guess. Alytha's got a plus 3 on her dex. Yeah.
No, she has a plus 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my gig has a plus 3, so.
So 2 plus 2 equals 4.
2 plus 3 equals 5.
We are super mathematicians.
That's right.
We rule the world.
Organize this in a moment.
Okay. Take
Yep.
time.
Initiative.
I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna
Direct. Okay, go ahead.
Actually, this is a great time. I'm going to use the bathroom.
Yeah. Sounds like opportune time.
one points. Elysia. What? This one will be would be Elysia. Can I say 5? Let's see.
I'm back.
Okay. 4.
Running battles this big is never fun. I ran a pretty large battle today, and I'm thinking about starting to use the mob rules for those bigger. Got a dozen. Plus, you start bringing in all the freaking summons. Playing with my son is the shepherd druid, so he's all about summons.
Yep.
We had to fight off 12 Mephits, ice Mephits. Santa Claus is a level 5 fighter.
Yeah.
Also, a young silver dragon. When we get to the big fight, we're going to use some Christmas magic.
I've used mob rules a few times. It usually works fairly easily.
Well, mob and swarm rules, like on Mephits, since there's
Yeah.
low CR, and such a swarm, you could treat them as a swarm.
I'm not familiar with the swarm rules. I've read the mob rules today, but I don't know the swarm rules.
You basically just treat the swarm as, instead of like 10 separate entities, you just treat them as one creature, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's okay, and that's kind of what I did today. Sort of challenge was each time one dies, there's a small explosion. So for each swarm, there's 4 explosions at the quarter hit point.
Kind of makes sense.
Okay. Things they are in the order of initiative is the distance they are and how they are organized in the line. Captain, that I will go goes first. They managed to beat Karadok, so he is going to give orders.
Can I, real quick, double check something? My intention was to shoot the captain, and I don't know if that happened before or after Illitha cast the spell, but did you want that damage to apply or no?
From my perspective, that was going on at the same time because we weren't in an initiative.
We weren't, but I wanted to confirm one way or the other.
I was just saying that was from my perspective. I don't know if that's from the DM's perspective.
You were preparing it. I will allow it as a reaction.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 25, so I'll just roll damage for that. 5 piercing.
5?
Yep. That's all.
Okay.
I'm assuming that 25 hits. If it doesn't, I'm gonna run.
Yep.
Run away.
Just hit. No.
Okay.
Talmeric of I forgot.
Yeah.
Or 5. Let me double check. Sorry. 5 points. Sorry. I 4. Okay, so here goes them, and about the same time the flies towards the orc captain. It sinks on his torso, but it breaks the vault. And not understand it, but somehow with what he's just saying or doing, begin to look more ferocious, more dangerous, and more prepared to die badly.
Fair enough.
Okay. He is not going to attack this turn, so next is Kardok, the Elemental, and Talmeric. You order the Elemental to move? To do something else?
Ooh.
Kardok.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was getting a glass of water. So should be in the midst of the group. Is that correct?
Yeah, he basically will pop up between the. He can pop up pictures and in front of the orc captain. Or he can just dismiss the one with shields in the front.
Middle or front?
No, he'll come up behind those archers. No. Yeah. That's a 19. Yeah. 18 to hit and an 18 to hit. Attacks.
Okay, both of those hit.
Alright. So on the first attack, he does 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Much?
17.
17? Okay, that one drops there.
And then the next one is 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
The one also drops there. Tell me what is going to do, Carl.
Gonna run up to. He's got 50 feet of movement, so he's gonna run ones with the shields.
Okay.
Kind of barrel roll into one of them and try and take it down. Well, I mean, he's going to attack, but he's got a trip attack. So over the place here. But there it is. So a 16 to hit.
With what?
A bite.
Right? The like half jumps to put his claws or paws in over the one of the shields. Has enough reach to bite.
Okay. Yeah, so 16 to hit and a DC 16 strength save or be knocked prone.
16?
Yep.
Strength. Okay.
And he does 10 points of piercing damage.
That one is still standing. Sorry, still alive. 19, so it's still standing.
Okay. And then so that brings me to Caradoc and Caradoc gonna do. Caradoc is going to use one of his wild shapes. Go into the form of a giant scorpion. And
Okay.
Yeah.
That.
And how far? How
action,
far?
right?
It's action. How far are they from me?
60 feet.
60, you said?
60-ish.
Ish.
The mind and
Okay, so I'm going to move 40 feet towards them. And I'll use my action to dodge.
to what?
Dodge.
Dodge. You move either 35 or use your dash. It's a pile of orcs blocking the way. You can move around, but you cannot stay at 40 feet.
I thought you said they were 60 feet away from me.
Yeah. They were 60 feet away from you, but the pile is at 40 feet away from where you started.
Oh, the pile. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll just move just before the pile and dodge. I don't want to use both my movements to get up to them and then not
correct.
right. So I'm going to move halfway to them. Action.
Okay. Next one will be the shield, the ones with shields. Stay information. I'm going to try and are going to use their javelins to peek through the gaps in the shields at Turmeric. So, repeat. 3, 15, 22, and 7.
22 hits.
Only the 22?
Yeah.
The
Wow.
15 doesn't? Wow.
I see.
Take it up with Alex. He kind of overpowered Talmeric a little bit, and we probably need to back him down a little bit.
His AC is 16, is that what you said?
18.
The druids made him special armor. So
that makes sense.
Plate mail.
Okay, he's basically like a cavalier's mount wearing barding somewhat.
Basically, Andy's got 2 levels of barbarian.
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
What?
Talmeric's a little overpowered. I may, want to come up with some options for depowering him a little bit, but for now, I'm going to play him straight without any of his additional special abilities.
All right.
We're just going
I
to
want
read
to
it
get back
because
in line to what a ranger's companion would be, because I think that's fair, and he's way more than that.
Well, I'll tell you, Nerd had a video there to plug them a little bit that was pretty good, where they were talking about, and it was on the sidekick, where the side were and using it for beast companions, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So that could give you some insight, or all of us some insight on it. I haven't totally made up my mind.
I am
personally.
Yep.
I'm
Sorry,
just
go ahead.
going to roll right now that because of the barding, he will have disadvantage on his stealth.
Okay, that's fair.
Now because the damage is 1d6 plus for a total of much. Leo?
I was on the side of the road, so how far are these guys from me?
Let's say they are 30 feet away from you.
Okay. Oh. Well, this might suck. I'm going to stay where I'm at. The one that hit Talmeric. Bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex on him, on the one that hit Talmeric. He will now have disadvantage on...
If you want to combo, you can dex on strength rolls, the strength check related checks. So it can go prone easier. And since I don't think you cannot change the type after you cast the spell, right? And when you change the target, it will be always the same one.
I can't change it once I cast.
Alternatively, you could do something like Wisdom just to make him less perceptive. But
I'm not too worried about that. I'll just cast Hex and I'll give him disadvantage on strength rolls. And then as my main action, I'm going to throw 2 Eldritch Blasts at him. At a 19.
It hits.
What? Oh, with the... He takes 5 points of damage.
And they hit damage.
5 points of damage. And my second roll was I rolled a natural 1.
But the hex damage for the first one?
I included it.
6. So that would be that because the one who hit it wasn't the one of the middle. Okay.
Okay, and
The
that's all I can.
second Eldritch Blast is going to shoot at it, but the body drops and it is deflected by the shield.
Okay.
Next one is you see one of the orcs through around the button and the and is going to pick up the shield to stay the formation. I got opportunity for that one.
A reaction from the elemental. Yes.
Yes.
21 to hit.
Sorry, can you repeat?
1 to hit.
Or cutting down. Can you write it down in the chat?
21 to hit.
One? Okay. Yeah, that hits.
And 15 points.
It's going to pass through the elemental, but it drops dead. But soon after, another one comes to take the place. This one managed to pass through the elemental and pick shield. He has enough movement with the, so he is going to make an attack towards Tameric.
Okay.
With his javelin, 16 to hit.
Nope.
And the other one is going to reach and throw from the others.
Real quick, can I double check some things about what just happened there with the javelin?
Yes.
First of all, you were attacking Caradoc? Lionel?
Tameric.
Oh, okay, never mind. Ignore me.
It's
I was like, a lot of those things don't make sense. Oh, because it was a different person completely. Yep. Do it.
And the one is going to move forward and back towards visible 1D. No, actually that one is going to team up with the captain and is going to swing it an axe elemental. That will be +5 again. Nine fails, but it's there. And this one is a case.
Sorry, that's right. Okay. Basically, I have two options here. I'm actually going to turn toward Elitha. I'm going to say, do you need cover? Or are you going to just get out all the way out of the way?
I should be behind cover still. I have moved since our
It's in character that I'm asking. So in a more general sense, what McGee is asking mechanically is, do you want me to help you so that you are protected? Like standing in front of you with a shield? Or are you going to like move really far away out of any line of sight they might have? And so it'd be useless for me to do that.
It might be useless for you to do that.
Okay. So in that case, I will reload my crossbow and take 2 shots. Both of them at the orc captain, if he's still within 80 feet. It's not working. Blech. Blech. Nope. Let's try a different one. 17 hit.
What? To the captain?
Yep.
Yes, that hits.
Six points of piercing damage. And I'll get cover, I suppose. Yeah, I'll take cover. And that's my turn. That's my turn.
More orcs are going to join the frame and attack the elemental with axes. Uh, 15 and the other one was a 10.
Nope.
Okay. Next one is Elitha.
Ilitha will go ahead. Is there any orcs around her flaming sphere at the moment?
Yeah, the 3 ones that were shields.
That were killed, or
no, they're not killed. One was killed by the Eldritch Blast.
All right. But she'll move the sphere over to them.
They are in there. They're in the range.
Yeah, but she'll move. They're right there still. Okay, then she'll leave it there and let that burn them, and then she'll go ahead and she will hide. So let's see here. First things first. Let's go to do the roll the damage. 2d6. The full, if they don't make a save, full damage will be 9, and half will be 4. And what's my stealth?
And 20. You said 9 points of damage.
Yeah, 9 points of fire damage full. If they failed, if they saved, it'd be 4. And her stealth roll is a 13.
And that's it. Are going to join the fray. These ones are going to pass by the elemental. They are going to reach with bows and begin to attack. 3, 4, 5 each. Repeat. 1. So 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. 1 to Caradoc, 2 to Case, and the second one will be Montorio. They're going to shoot with the longbows. So 5, 1d20 plus.
Disadvantage against
Against whom?
Caradoc is dodging. Disadvantage.
So that will be on the next one. So for Case, 19 and 17.
It's 2.
Both of those will hit.
Okay, and 1d8 plus 1. Repeat 2. 1. Take 9 plus 5, 14 points of damage.
All right.
Yeah, sir.
For Caradoc,
Mm-hmm.
the first one is 18 with disadvantage.
Nice.
One is 13 with disadvantage.
The first one hits.
Damage.
Hmm?
And the last one is to Ontology with a 23.
How much?
No, actually, that's a natural 20. Wow.
How much damage against Caradoc? I didn't. How much damage against
Points of
Caradoc? I
damage.
got to do a con save.
6 points of damage.
6.
6. Okay.
And for Vontolio was a natural 20.
Okay.
So that's
I'm not
double
worried about it.
to the 8. 12 points of damage. Vontolio. 2.
Okay. Don't forget, Caradoc did have 7 temporary hit points.
Was it 12 you said, Lionel?
Yes. For damage. And will be 3, 4. I roll one more. And no. Bontolio, take it back. You did not take damage. I counted 5 and there were only 4.
Okay. Go ahead and add one more.
And next round is the captain. As soon as the captain finished his roar, the bodies of the orcs begins to crawl towards the elemental.
Bodies of the dead orcs begin to
Yes.
move towards the elemental. Okay.
Move towards the elemental. But they are not. It's in their turn. Captain is like in trance. It does not attack.
So just orc to me that's not undead.
That is still alive. The ones with the shields.
I see. I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over and attack the one that Talmeric was attacking. I don't know if we're flanking him, but at the very least, he's got both of us on him. So in my scorpion form, let me see here. 2 attacks. That's a... Both are 20s, not natural, dirty 20s. One is a sting. Let's see, that is 1d8 plus 8 points of slashing damage. He needs to roll 12 grapple escape. Athletics or acrobatics, I think. And then...
You hit? How many damage? Much damage for the one who you hit?
I think it was 7 damage.
That one is dead. Actually, the one who was attacking was dead, so the next to him and dies.
Okay. And I'm attacking the next one down the line. Did points of damage to him, piercing. Needs to make a DC 12 con save.
If you make more than 2 points of damage, it is also down.
Oh, okay. Just slicing through them. I'll move up close to the next one in the line, but then that's it. I can't actually attack. But then Talmeric will attack, and since I'm standing next to it, the Talmeric gets advantage. And that's just straight up direwolf. Natural 20.
Yeah.
And he does 2d, but 4d6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 8, 12 plus 3. 15 piercing damage. And it has to make a DC 16 strength save or be prone.
15 damage, it goes down.
Okay.
You're higher than 15 not to hit, right?
No, he critted. He got a natural 20.
Okay. Yes. So yes.
Damn. Down. Okay. And now the elemental is going to turn towards Boss Man and start swinging. So his first attack, his second attack, he gets a 16 and a 22. I have to put it that way.
Both of those hit.
Both of those hit. Okay. 2d8. Yeah. All right. 26. 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
31?
31. Yes.
This is still up.
Not for long.
Okay, that's it. So next are the dead ones. Two of those are down this round, so are going to attack in this moment the elemental and 16 and 18
18 hits.
takes 8 points of damage.
Magical or mundane?
Oh wow. Okay, mundane.
So 4 points.
Got this.
Darn, he's only down to 100 hit points.
Okay, next is Bontolio.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to move my hex to the orc captain.
Okay.
Disadvantage on strength rolls, and I'll throw 2 Eldritch Blasts at him. I got an 18 and a 16.
Eldritch Blast. Okay, 18 and 16. The both of those hit.
Okay. He takes a total of 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. It's still up.
That will be it.
Let me roll something because I forgot to roll the concentration for this guy. We repeat 1d plus and the 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks. Yes, no. So the dead bodies stop moving.
Hold them.
After the 2 attacks of the Eldritch Blast. And the orc is going to the last, that one is fighting the elemental, is going to swing it. 10 to hit. Misses. Case, your turn.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to. Yeah, I think I'm going to attack the orc captain as soon as he's still standing. 2 shots. 13 hit.
Misses.
All right. 14.
Misses.
All right. And that is my turn.
The other 2 orcs are going to swing at 15 and 9, so no hit. Lilita?
Elephant will peek out from where she was hiding and she will go ahead and move the flaming sphere over to the captain.
That would probably put some of your allies within reach of the sphere, just so you know, Charles.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, I don't know exactly how the map is imagined, but
to whom?
I was thinking about the captain. First, I got to find out if the captain came up that 10 feet, because he was at 70 when I casted it. But if he didn't go at the 10 feet, then I looked for whatever orcs that were still in the 60-foot range of the spell to move the flaming sphere to.
And all the orcs in this 60 feet range are dead. Unless you move closer, you will not be able to reach.
Okay.
although I'm not sure. I think you can actually move the sphere outside of the 60-foot range. It's just the 60-foot range is how far you can conjure it.
Yeah, but it's just I'm keeping it there, kind of like a barrier wall, so it doesn't kind of keep them away from getting close to me.
Fair enough.
As far as that, so there's none that I can damage that way. Then what Illitha will do is can she which allies can she see that are within 60 feet of her that she can see are damaged?
Wolf.
The wolf
and the case.
and case. Okay. As a bonus action, Illitha will go ahead and use healing light on case. And let's see here. Let's roll that puppy. That will be. I'll go ahead, since that's a kind of a one-shot deal. You're down there. I'll use my whole wad. Wrong. Roll 4d6. And I think this was my modifier.
Okay, the orcs were not prepared for this.
As far as that healing light, just make sure so I don't chip somebody. Plus your rock roll. Roll dice. Okay, no, it's just straight up from where I read it. So he'll get Case will get 14 points back as a bright celestial light covers him from above, and then Illitha will try to go back to hide, which let's see here. With a 3, so she ain't hiding too well. So that's all that she can do, pretty much.
The one with the bows are going to shoot towards the same targets. So for Case, it's a 5 and 19.
The 19 hits.
This 4 points of damage. And for Karadok is going to be a 9.
18 hits.
7 points of damage.
7 or
7 for Case and 7 for Karadok.
All right.
And the orc captain to curse at you in common. You what he can say? He will say something. We die with honor. And I need for Karadok and turmeric and saving throw. As the orc expels a ball of energy towards you.
What was the save?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Got a 13. Talmeric got a 9.
And this 13 passes and 9 fails. That will be a 17 for the failure, and half of it will be 8. 8 for the success.
All right, you roll my con save. Yep. All right, that elemental is still ours.
And that's his action. And he's going to pick up his axe and, as a bonus action, swing at the that will be plus 6. Okay. Fails. The swing fails past white.
Okay.
Next is Karadok, the elemental, and turmeric. Feel the wave of that energy suck your life force, but you're still standing. No other effects.
Any orcs between Talmeric and I and Karadok? Captain?
It's the ones who are facing the elemental. There will be 3.
Okay. We're gonna run up and work on those 3. So
oh no, wait. There are 4 with bows before them. 3 with the elemental.
okay. Well, then we'll run up to the ones with the bows and we'll start whacking away at them. A 21 to hit.
Anything higher than 15, including 15, it hits. That's there. Oh wait, they do not have shield. Anything that higher than 13 hits.
Okay. So both my attacks from the scorpion hit. is, let's see, is that a 10? 8, okay. So that's 11, 15 points of damage. Is still up. It needs to make a grappling escape attempt and a con save.
So grappling, that will be strength.
Yeah.
Skills. And the con save will be 12. 10 and 12. So he's grappled.
The con save was 12?
Cut out every single time you're giving us a number.
Numbers,
Okay.
yeah, it's on the numbers.
Okay. Strength check. It's 7.
He's grappled.
The con save it's 12.
Okay. All right, so he's grappled and, hold on, 8, 11, takes 5 points of poison damage. Nice. So I'm just holding a dead orc in my claw. Talmeric will attack the next one. Or is it within 5 feet of the scorpion?
Yes.
Yes. So that's a hit. $10 points of piercing damage, and it's got to make a DC 16 strength save.
Else.
It's prone. Mental is going to wail on the captain. And I think both of those are misses. It's the highest one. Got a hit or a miss on the captain?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's my turn.
Antolio, your turn.
Okay, since I was off to the side, can I get to the captain without having to wade through a bunch of orcs?
Nope.
Okay, well then I'll just...
The scorpion, the wolf, 10, 3 orcs more, 10 the elemental, and 3 orcs more, and 10 the captain.
Okay, I'll just throw 2 more Eldritch Blasts at the captain. I got a 12 and a modified 20.
Second one hits.
Takes 9 points of damage.
Including the X.
X. And as a bonus action, I'll hide 17 on my stealth.
The orc captain's blood, dark blood, darker than orc blood, and drops dead. Case. Oh wait, there is an orc.
Yep.
Dark orc is seeing the captain down. Is going to try to run away. Elemental has an.
Okay. 20.
That all damage.
14 points of bludgeoning.
15 with a critical. Still alive. Runs away. In case your turn.
All right. I'm going to move 30 feet closer, dropping down from the ledge, from the wall. I'm going to shoot the orc that's ran away.
Roll an acrobatics, or you suffer damage because.
Sure. Although I do have a question, it kind of depends on what your interpretation is here. I have a magic item called the Boots of Striding and Springing, and it triples my jump distance, but I'm not sure if that helps me on falls or not.
But is the length not the height? Or does it increase the height?
I'm an expert long jumper now, that's all.
It increases both.
Okay, so then no problem. With the 30 feet, you manage to road.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. So yeah, I move 30 feet closer, and then I'm going to take a shot at the one that's running away, which I think is with disadvantage based on distances. Let's see. Probably 120, 90. Yeah, disadvantage. So first shot, 16.
The one who is running away?
Yep.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. I guess roll damage first.
You don't need to roll to kill it.
Okay.
It was only 1 point in
okay,
left.
Fair enough. And then I'll attack the orc that's furthest from me. Just like
one of the orcs attacking the elemental.
Yeah. I guess this is not with disadvantage, so it's just normal. 20.
That hits.
All right. 9 points of piercing damage for those. And then it's my turn. Oh. You know what? I'm actually going to use a bonus action to use my second as well. Sorry.
What?
What?
What are you going to do?
Sorry, I'm going to use my bonus action. Wind.
Second wind. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
The two orcs facing the elemental, they are going to run away as well. Elemental do not get attack opportunity, so they move their full speed away. Next is Ilitha. Ilitha
will poke her head on up, and does she see any orcs within 120 feet of her?
Feet? No. The ones closest, archers, 16-ish feet away, like 65.
Okay, but they're within 120 feet of her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You see those two, those three.
Okay.
With.
Does one of them seem more damaged or hurt than the others?
The one the Talbik just attacked.
Oh, okay. Ilsa will cast Eldritch Blast at it.
You roll with disadvantage because it's prone.
All right. let's see here. D20 plus 5 at DIS 8.
Misses.
Oh, okay. And with that, she will go ahead and make sure she takes cover again.
Okay.
And that should eat up most of hers because they're further out. She's keeping the flaming sphere up. So there we go.
Next one is the orcs that are in range of Turmeric and Karadok. They are going to switch to Axis, and all of them are going to switch to the bigger threat. One is prone. The prone one is going to stand up and swing at the other two with Axis. Swing at Karadok. So that will be +6. Repeat. 3. Their attack is +5. For Talmeric, 11, and for Karadok, 17 and 21.
Both those hit.
Rate axis 1d12 plus. To Karadok, 12 and 13 points of damage. So 25.
So let me make his saves. His saves 12 and 13, 25. Okay.
They're going to stay the ground, trying to protect the ones who are running away. And Karadok, what are you going to do?
There's nobody around the elemental now, right? Hello?
No, there is no one, no orc around the elemental.
How far is the elemental from the we're dealing with? Well, former archers.
No, they are 10 feet. 10 feet up, 10 feet away.
Right, he's going to move 5 feet towards them and start well in on them. He'll start with the one that's most damaged. 15.
Yeah.
Let's see here. It's 2d. 7 plus.
7, yes, it's dead.
Okay. All right. So he's going to attack. That's 16.
Yes.
9 points of damage.
Okay.
Talmeric is going to attack that one now. Uh, 22 or something like that. And he does. So 10 points of damage, plus he's got to make his strength save.
Dead.
Dead?
Yep.
All right. Scorpion's going to attack the last one. Hits for sure. And that's okay. 4 plus 3 plus 5. 9. Okay, that's 9 points of and then he's got to make a DC check and a DC 12 con save.
19 for the strength check and 16 for the poison.
Okay, so he makes them both, but he still takes half damage on the con. Oh, 29. Takes 14 poison damage.
Okay, that's those are your actions. Bon Tolio, all orcs inside are dead.
Okay. The two that ran away, can I see them? Did you say?
Oh,
Okay.
you can't see the ones running away.
I can?
I think he said no, you can't.
Okay. Okay. But since they were technically trying to get away, I'm guessing I can hear them, at least a general direction.
Sure.
They wouldn't have time to stealth.
Yeah, some clanking can be heard.
To take my action, spend my main action to light a torch, so I can carry it with me and see. My 30 feet, and then use my cunning action to move another 30 feet. Move 60 feet in their direction. Do I see them now?
You will have to take 15 of movement to jump back to the road. So will be 45 feet. We're about 60 feet away. No, you cannot see them.
Okay. Why do I have to move 15 feet back to the road?
Because you were on the side of the canyon, hiding. So moving 15 feet to the road was difficult.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. 60 feet away from me?
You're not sure how far they are because they started 60 or 70 feet away. Well, 60 feet away from you, I guess. Or no, it was closer to 40, I think. But then they moved, and your movement didn't actually reveal them yet.
Well, screw it. I'm going to action surge and move another 30 feet towards them.
And that will be 30 feet more. That will put you to 40, 60. Yeah, you managed to see one of them at the end of the light source of your torch.
Okay. Well, that's everything I can do.
Yep. Who's up next?
Case.
Oh, me. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to move 30 feet forward. I'm 60 feet further from where I once was. I I have 120-foot dark vision. Can I see either of them? Besides the one that's in the light of torch by Vontolio?
Yeah, you can see them.
Can I see how far away they are?
I lost count. I assume that they are close to the range of your sight.
Okay.
So I say one is an 80 and the other is further away.
Okay. I'll shoot the one that's further away only because I think I'm only the only person who's going to be able to hit him. So the attack will be with disadvantage. Oh, sure about that. 16.
That hits.
I'll make the second shot, but I think it misses. Unless it's, well, yeah, it misses either way. But the first shot does 8 points of piercing.
The one drops dead.
Okay. So I shoot the other one that was just the edge of the torch that Vontolio had, but I still miss, so it doesn't matter. And that's my turn.
Ilita.
Ilitha will move down to the dire wolf if it's not past her movement.
It's pretty far away, but
How? Well, shoot, I can't do that. Okay.
With dash, I will allow it.
All right, then that's what she'll do. She'll dash to the dire wolf, seeing that when she did the check that Case was injured and dire wolf, so she's going to move towards dire wolf to try to with the intent to try to help. And doing the dash will eat up everything, and she'll leave the flaming spear going to let it run on out because it's giving light for those around.
I will say that after the sphere completed its task of defeating the orcs, making the shield, you will just raise up so it wouldn't affect Karadok and Talmeric when they pass through. Okay.
Okay.
And it's a light source.
Okay.
and
That's
thus ends initiative, as it were.
And that's what Ilitha is doing.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. 60 feet and Voltoilio has 90 feet per round. Assume that the orc dies. Describe how you kill the orc, Voltoilio?
Oh, I'm going to run up to him, and this time I'm going to draw my rapier and run him through.
Swings the orcs and drops into escape, and the combat is over.
Okay.
Yay.
All right.
You have 20 bodies.
Yeah.
Ilitha will go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on the dire wolf, give him 14 points. Oh, hold on, wrong. I rolled the wrong darn die. My bad. Let me recant. Go ahead. I'll roll it up and put the points down there.
Yeah.
I'll go back to Karadok and ask him, how much longer do you have this elemental?
At which point he just chitters at you. No, Karadok drops form and says probably about, and GM, you correct me, but probably about half an hour, 15 minutes, somewhere
Well,
in there.
that should be enough time. I was going to suggest piling all the bodies up in the middle of the road and then burning them.
Again.
Sure. Between me and the element, I'm a giant kin.
Yeah.
We'll and Tom Eric, we'll just haul them suckers over. It shouldn't take much effort.
Okay. I mean, I can help, but I figured the elemental alone would be able to. We're here in a big pile already anyway.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Elemental, yes, definitely. I mean, he's got a strength of like 26 or something.
Yeah.
Or 20. And then I have the equivalent strength of 26 when lifting.
Sure.
So.
The transformation lasts for 1 hour normally, right?
What transformation?
Shape shifting of the druid.
I dropped my form, and no, my shape shifting lasts for 4 hours.
So it would have lasted for 3 hours and 59 minutes.
I dropped it.
Okay.
The elemental lasts an hour, and I cannot dismiss that. It has to run out its time. So like
The elemental?
15, 30 minutes left, something like that.
Okay.
It depends how long the second wave of orcs came, basically.
Tamara gets 6 points back.
40 minutes.
And
40 minutes.
Elva, where the
Okay.
blood is, will cast prestidigitation on the bird to clean it up.
Magig is
Or the
just,
larding, rather.
yeah, I guess. Magig is just searching the orc bodies, so I'll just roll for that.
Well, yeah, we might as well search them before we burn them, especially the captain. They might have something of value.
Actually,
You can tell for on these two that on these 15 that many have set of weapons or armor that are not damaged. Normal fiends or monsters are found holding in the wild, and pretty recent and well kept.
Somebody's selling them weapons and armor.
would it be possible for me to make an Arcana check on it?
Sure.
It seems well kept. I know that magical items are often resistant to mundane forms of damage. We'll just see if there's any obvious arcane marks on it. Nope.
And I can detect magic for free.
I cannot, but you can if you want to.
You spend 10 minutes. And there is no magical objects on the orcs.
He'll say maybe these are weapons and armor they stole from the merchants' caravans.
It could be too. Oh.
Well, I think we've routed the. We might want to
bulk of the threat. Hopefully,
bulk of the threat. I want to.
No, unless you guys think it's too much work, thing to do would be to take the weapons and armor back because it should belong to it could belong to somebody else. But that I understand.
That is what I think we should do.
If nothing else, it'd be good assets or resources for the outpost to have man up their forces.
I've got a bag of holding that's basically empty. So
I think we've solved our problem. We just have to strip these guys down of armor and weapons. That'll take a little while, but
I don't know if the great axes are going to fit in a bag of holding, and I'm also dubious about the armor.
So let me repeat. So the first 5 orcs had let's say, and the 19 orcs that were under the command of the Captain Orc Iron Armor and great axe. At least 8 shields, 3 normal and 3 were the large ones they used in the formation. And the orc captain had a chainmail, had a spear and a great axe on him, except for the hide armors that were burning. All those are in well-kept condition. Condition.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to sell the stuff, so I don't really care about money or anything. I'm just trying to get as much of it as we can, put it in the bag of holding, then take it back.
The question is, what all fits in the bag of holding? Will a battle axe? Will armor?
Why wouldn't it?
Shields? The bag of holding has a width normally of 5 foot diameter, and so something that is wider than 5 feet.
Maximum height capacity.
And there's a maximum weight.
Heights are weight around 12 pounds.
But isn't a bag of holding weight capacity like 500 or something like that?
Nope.
500 and.
Not too worried about the weight.
15 pounds, and the weapons. Great axe. Yeah, they could fit all. Well, kept well folded. They could fit in the holding bag. I will say.
All right.
We'll take it back to town, I guess, and the town council can distribute as they see fit, or the guild can, or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if it merchant, he can have it.
Later.
What?
You all saw the poster. Paradox. The orc leader is not the one. That is not the one that appears in the poster.
Okay.
It's a male.
All right. It's. Shoot, I don't know what to say, dude. But she'll let the party know about it. That
somebody needs to hire a scribe to hunt an orc down. That's what I think.
I mean, another option is where we can see between Telmeric and I, we can backtrack their trail to where they were camped out and see if there's any orcish, so that maybe gather the stuff up and go find somebody who can, but find where they were camped.
Yeah, a squad of 20 orcs might be trackable even after 8 hours or longer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of terrain damage.
Yeah. That said, my character. Well, so there's two things. First of all, my character isn't talking very much. You'll notice, even though it is dark, that's pretty much all you notice. But the second thing is that my character will say at this point, unless they have food on them, or one or more of you know how to hunt, then I'm running out of resources to both fight. I have two more bolts, and I have 2 more days of rations.
You can recover half the bolts you use.
I already did.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I have 2 more shots.
Paradox gives you a good berry. Here, eat this. You're not fed for today.
Great. Fair enough.
I'm not worried about food. We're traveling with the druid.
Yeah. She just kind of, that's all she says.
Well,
Can bring down a bear or a moose for us if we get real hungry.
yeah.
What time of night is it now?
I would say it's around 9.
All right. Do we want to go ahead and do this fresh in the morning, or take the chances and a slower movement because of the ones that don't have dark vision? Do it tonight.
If you move any further this night, you will begin to roll over the maximum of the day and begin to and will have to make a constitution saving throws or get exhausting.
Paradox also points out that a good night's sleep would help him recover. Another use of that giant scorpion.
Well, we can go ahead and rest. I mean, we might as well even rest here.
The only question is whether you want to rest and then head back to town, or rest and then follow the tracks. I'm not saying we don't follow the tracks, I guess. What I'm saying, town first, then follow the tracks, or just follow the tracks straight up. I think we have to follow the tracks, but my gig is going to be much less useful with no shots at all. So.
Oh no, I get you. Okay, I got you. So you need bolts.
Yeah, and they were using bows, so like the chances are 0, basically.
Just break their arrows in half and give you the end of the lights. Lights on.
I mean, I have a shield and a rapier. It's just not right
with them. Yeah.
Best. So.
Well,
I can do a sling and some bullets.
why don't we rest on it?
Yeah, let's rest on it. We'll see if I'm there for the next session.
Speeding things up for the 4-hour mark. We're about to get the 4-hour mark. So you take a rest, and should we stop here or just give you the information of what happens?
Early in the morning.
Yeah, he's here. It's fine.
Yeah, this is a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Okay. So you will use the shelter and take a rest.
All right.
Okay. It's also conceivable that the next day, I hate to do it, but we could split the party up.
Well, out of character, if my character is there for the next session, there for the next session. If not, that'll work fine. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. It's all good.
Yeah, I think we'll just find it next time. Have somebody join who's got an extra quiver of
bolts. Yeah, that's right. Send the animal messenger.
Do you you say, and when you're talking about bolts, Ilithus say, would these work?
I don't know. What are you sure?
Because she has a hand crossbow and a light crossbow with bolts.
Yeah, bolts work for any crossbow.
No, I'm just saying that's what she would show you.
Bolts for a hand crossbow and light crossbow?
Yeah.
Then yeah, that would work.
Okay. Then here we got some bolts for you.
There you go. She will just thank you and go along with it. How much do you give me?
Well, they come in 20s, right?
Normally, yeah.
Yeah. She'll give you one set of 20.
Damn. Holy smokes.
She doesn't really use them. She picked them up to learn. But to have, in case she needed it, that's more her fallback.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay, so since I didn't drop anyone down, it's only 1 XP.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And 5 days of downtime. What do you find on the orcs and later?
All right. And actually, on that subject, there was 30 gold pieces from the previous session. Are we just splitting that equally between the 4 people?
To you?
I'm mostly asking the other 3 people who are there.
Sure.
Okay. So in that case, I do give you some for the bolts. I think it's a gold piece for a bolt. I'll give you 2, Charles.
Well, whatever. She knows that this is about survival.
Yeah. Well, and she
wasn't with you on the other.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. But I'm just saying because money at all.
Yeah.
she will insist. She'll be like, here's some gold. No, you have to take it.
No, she'll say no.
No, it's improper to pay for services.
Good night, Jim. Thanks so much for an awesome game. It was great.
Yeah, it was lots of fun.
Night there. Great playing with you again.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was well.
Thank you for playing.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for running, Lana.
Guys, later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But yeah, I don't know.
Stop that.
They don't